Good morning, friends and subscribers to the Hope Formula. It is Pure Love Wednesday. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful week and a great learning and living experience as we are locked into our COVID-19 adventure. As I've been talking about for the last few days about the silver lining of the COVID-19 experience, I want us to understand that part of the Hope Formula is our love component and our pure love component. It is vital for us to love ourselves in order for us to be able to love others. And it's very difficult often for us to get to a point where we can love ourselves. And I am one who has found it very difficult to love myself. I have seen, experienced, and done many things in my life to challenge my ability to love myself. I have had things brought upon me that have made it difficult for me to love others in a pure sense as I try to forgive others and to forgive myself for many of the experiences that I have had in my 62 years on the planet. But it is indeed very important that we forgive ourselves, forgive others, and learn to love one another. When I accepted my role from God as I was laying in bed receiving the Hope Formula, and as I have been digging into knowledge and reading and challenging everything that I've been taught and everything that is told to me as my mentor Mark has said that I should do, it's become more and more clear to me that love is the seed for all of us to live harmoniously on Gaia, our planet, and to ultimately evolve into God-man, as I believe that we were created to be and that we're created to evolve into. And until we can come to that ability, as we were designed to do, we will continue to flounder and fall and not be able to reach that pinnacle of existence that allows our spirit to move into the realm of creation, the ultimate realm of creation that allows us to be one with God. So we have to learn and we have to take on the accountability and responsibility to not only be honest in our assessments in our life, not only to accept the responsibility, the grave responsibility of our designed omnipotence that gives us the power to create great things, and to use that responsibly or suffer the accountability that comes with that grave responsibility, but also to love and to learn to love with a pureness of heart, a pureness of our core, that we can give without expectation of any reciprocity or any return. So today, I want to read to you a gift from Barbara Mabe, from her book, Meditative Writings on Male and Female. We miss Mom. She was one of the most powerful ladies that I've ever known. And I miss her very much. Not just because she was my mother, but because she became a very good friend and mentor in my spiritual and conscientious journey to become the person that I'm continuing to try to be. And she was the one who caused me to be connected in a way that I have no longer been able to deny, and which continues to push me toward the Living Institute, the Hope Institute that I hope to build. And when I say hope, understand, when I say hope, it's not some fantasy that I have. When I say hope, remember that my hope formula is honesty, omnipotence, pure love, and essence. And those four things come together to create my essence, and that is to build the Hope Institute. So this is a chapter called, and please don't stop listening just because I use the word sex in here. My mother had a very profound connection to her spiritual mentor in the universe, who would connect with her through her meditations, that would give her messages to write and read and to publish. This one's titled Sexual Energies, from a reading dated September 9th, 1990. You will hear me refer to things such as messages coming to her from her mentor, and then she will be writing that and responding. So here we go. Lady. We continue now with the writings to explain uses and purposes of sexual energies. Herein are descriptions of the delights which are intensely activated when the life energies are allowed to move with vigor beyond the sexual organs and the sexual hormones. As life force rises through the genital area, it creates a waking stimulus. It calls attention to itself. It calls, wake up. There is much beyond survival of individuals or of the human race. Life force, allowed to rise in fullness, moves through the wake-up area into the learning area. Here, it awakens conscious thought to learning, to curiosity, to exploration and discovery. Life force, fully operating in the learning area, creates a wish to know about all the wonders harbored in the world. A human, with the learning center fully activated, takes deep interest and delight in learning. Simply becoming acquainted closely with facts, emotions, stories, histories, philosophies, names and places, times both past and future, song and laughter, tree and leaf, why the willow weeps, why the child doth also weep. A child, newborn, quickly activates its learning level, its insatiable need to know all that it can see and know. Its delight in every new discovery comes from the light within shining out on learning as a joy, not as a job. Thus, in adult humans, learning regains its texture of delight when life energies are not held excessively in the reproductive area. Some on the earthbound plane do have life energies risen beyond sex into delight of discovery knowledge. Most of these restrict life energy from moving any further up the line. Most deflect from conscious thought the rising of life energies into the higher level, known as love. This level is the point of power in creation of a human. It is the entry port wherein God comes the God force, life force, universal energy, which then is split into the so-called lower energies and higher energies. The love level is the center of the human sphere of energies from which radiates all survival operations, all reproductive action, all learning and discovery. Life energy, flowing freely here, brings all that went before into a glowing whole. To be, to survive, to reproduce, to learn, all come to a union in the area of love. When this occurs, delight becomes certainty of knowing that you are a God child, offspring of the universe of being. Joy in this knowledge permeates every thought and action, from brushing teeth to meditating. Each person's radiant value to the tapestry of being is beheld in certainty and cherishing by the human whose love area is permeated by full flowing life force, rising from survival level through wake up, reproductive level, on through the learning level into the love level. Great understanding is found here for the unity of one. The human understands with certainty that God is all, and all is God, including the self that now perceives and knows this freeing condition. Herein lies all healing. What is healing but a union? A union of cells and molecules, of thoughts and purposes and understanding. What is disease or injury but separation of that which needs to be joined in harmony? A cut, a bruise, infection, contagion, madness, tumors, all come about from an intervention of forces that separate parts of a human from the harmonious whole person, making creations in a person which are antagonistic in goals to the harmonious existence of the person. Did you get that?
All come about from an intervention by forces that separate parts of a human from the harmonious whole human, whole person, making creations in a person which are antagonistic, different purposes and goals to the harmonious existence of the person. Now, in the love level, which is where I really want to talk about, herein lies serenity. Herein is fear dissolved. Herein lies ease of heart and soul. Herein lies charity of purpose. Some few humans fully open up this level of life flow. Most do not. Many have occasional split-second glimpses of the love level, but search no further. As life force flows through fully a totally activated love level, it reaches a new level of expression, that of communication. When this level is fully filled with the rising life force, all creation can be heard and understood. Speech and thought can be exchanged between the human and all beings, all plants, all creations. Great songs are heard and sung. Great tales of wondrous adventures are exchanged. Above all, greatest learning can take place. For all around the human become that person's university full of teachers. Further, with a communication level fully activated by a high-flowing life force, a human can also teach to those who wish to know all the wonders now embodied in a human being. Thought exchange is common, no language is obscure, no misunderstanding can occur, for within lies direct communication with the God force in all its uncounted manifestations. As we have given before, some life energy must be flowing, however restrictedly, through all levels of awareness. And the tiny energies which activate this area in most humans create intuitive flash, Wood's lore, sixth sense, information, precognition, glimpses, being, good with animals or plants or children, genius characteristics in the arts and sciences, intervention, invention, and so on. All these events come about by human communication with other entities and objects. As the fully flowing life force continues on its unrestricted journey, it rises in fullness to the level of clear sight, far sight. Herein lies a comprehensive knowing, symbolized by often externalized as wide vision of near and distant places, hidden places, unknown places, past events, and future probabilities. Herein also lies perception, translated into visual energies of the so-called auras, energy fields surrounding every being and every object. Here, at this fully activated level, is where the world lights up. Here is where all the senses, 5, are understood in their many levels. Sight becomes more clear and vaster and wider. Smell discovers uncounted odors not perceived before. Hearing goes past human ear capacity. Higher sound can be heard. More importantly, harmonious sounds are perceived within all sound, so that music is understood as being in all sound. Within this fully activated level, color and sound have qualities of texture and can be felt as touch. All textures are perceived in great detail, great richness and variety. Taste reveals great subtleties and harmonies, and reveals qualities of sound and color associated with each sort of taste. Mwah. Nutrition and healing information about each plant and animal, the waters and the wines, is perceived in great detail at a single taste. The air has taste, as does the wind. Now understand us here. We do not describe humans who are in trance or meditative state. We describe fully awake people who have allowed the life force to flow freely upwards in their ordinary bodies. When the life force is allowed to flow fully, without restraint, as it is intended, it fully energizes all the human capacity levels, and a human in full waking state perceives and acts in ways that now seem impossible except in dreams or trance state. This fullness as a human being is what you are missing when the full life force is held at the sexual level, and the sexual energies are downgraded to the survival level energies. Now, as the life force energies flow fully through the clear sight, far sight level, they flood into the level of completeness. At this level, with all prior levels fully energized by freely flowing life energies, the big picture emerges and is understood. A human whose life force floods this level of comprehension remembers why he or she came to earth. Remembers the God self. Remembers the God self. Understands her place and purpose in the total of creation. Accepts and understands the opportunities and restrictions placed upon her present life by her other lives. Knows with absolute certainty where she came from and where she is going and why. Is in constant, direct, and waking communion with the God source, the universe of being. Is in directed control of her every action and her every thought. This is enlightenment. This is mastery. And this is what you are missing. This is how humans are supposed to be. With this capacity of mastery, you then can fully and completely begin to undertake the work you came here to do. Is it any wonder it takes you uncounted limited lives to accomplish even small advances, working as you are without most of your intended abilities? Now then, begin. Folks, that was my mother in 1990. Since then, I have been embarked on a journey that has taken me through all sorts of levels of learning. Neo-think, I've studied so much, and I've done so much. And in 1998, when my mother and I were on the mountain, the truths and what she had written came to light to me in such a fashion that I would have never thought possible until it actually happened. And so now I bring to you the Living Hope Institute, livinghopeinstitute.org, and everything that I, from my heart, in pure love fashion, want to bring forward. My love for you is unbounded. My love for this planet is untethered. I say this with all sincerity. I am just a human being, and I am weak and frail just like all humans. I truly am. I know that I have been through many lifetimes, and I know that I've been through many lifetimes even in this life. And I'm sure that my family would agree, particularly my father, who has witnessed my many lifetimes on this life, in this life. And I know that I have many lifetimes to go. And as my mom writes, is it any wonder why it takes so many lifetimes for us to be able to achieve anything close to what we need to be as God-man? But understand this. We are capable. We are designed in the image of God, the universe, our Creator. And know that you have within you the ability to love boundlessly if you learn what love truly means and what your sex truly is about. So, I welcome you on this Omnipotent Wednesday, and I hope that you will pay it forward in some way to someone who perhaps needs a lift, a hug, or a few bucks, or whatever you can give to enrich the human experience and to lessen the fear in people's hearts about our friend the COVID. This thing has been unleashed on us in a way that is just hard to fathom. But at the same time, it's a learning experience for us. It's an opportunity for us to believe in our ability to love and to heal. The human will survive, as we have survived so many things before. I would like to ask that you go to livinghopeinstitute.org. If you can, donate. If you can't, just participate. Read, learn, contribute. If you have a story to tell, message me, and we will see if we can help you with that story. There's so many ways that you can help. We are doing interviews. We are asking people to just tell your story. So, livinghopeinstitute.org. We have book and workbook that can help with exactly what I just read about. Learning to love. Learning to love without these fears and mysticisms that we've placed upon ourselves over the millennia. I hope that you found some value in what I read today. We will continue to move forward. I will continue to bring these gifts to you. I love you, and have a wonderful balance of your week. And I'll talk to you tomorrow about your essence. Because once you have gone through the honesty, the omnipotence, and the pure love pieces of this formula, then it's time for you to blossom into your essence that you were put here to do, as my mom wrote about in her book. Then you can do what you were brought here to do. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, and did I mention my workshops? We have workshops as well on livinghopeinstitute.org. Go there, look around, see if there's something there that we can help you with. Have a good day.